Pessoal, hoje eu estou aqui com o John Gallagher, ele é o criador do learningherbs.com e do herbmentor.com e ele é um empreendedor que tem uma história muito interessante, um empreendedor digital que tem uma história muito interessante. Eu acho que vai valer muito a pena vocês ouvirem o que ele tem a dizer. Hi John, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh John, thank you for being here. I know your time is very precious nowadays, so like
Anything for you.
I appreciate your gratitude to share, like your story and some tips and tricks of trade.
Oh, no problem.
So can you explain a little bit of what you do? What do you do?
Well, in 2005, 2006, my wife and I started learningherbs.com, and basically what we do is we help people learn about the herbs that grow around them, the plants that grow around them, and how to use them for home remedies, like basic, simple home remedies, as well as food, because if we can get wild foods and local herbs into our diet, that's a great place to start getting healthy, because a lot of people's food, their diets aren't too good. So they can get healthier, and they can also feel more connected in the environment they live in by learning the plants that grow in their ecosystems.
And how did you start? Tell me a little bit about your story.
Well, interesting story. I've been in the teaching about nature awareness for quite some time. I worked for a nonprofit organization, which makes sense in that. I have a family, I have 2 kids, and basically, I wasn't making a lot of money doing that. And so I decided to go to acupuncture school. Well, as a student, I took 4 years, and I still wasn't making a lot of money, and I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. Actually, money wasn't so good that we were actually on help from food stamps in our country.
Food stamps.
Yeah.
Food stamps is like.
Can you explain that?
Yeah. Food stamps is like a Bolsa Família.
Yeah.
In Brazil, so he wasn't, getting money from the government.
Right.
To buy food.
And which is tough to do in our country. So we actually qualified for that, and it was going. And so in school, I eventually wanted to do something different, because I realized I needed to do more for my family. So I took the jumped off the cliff a little, had an idea for a product that could help people learn about plants and home remedies, because it was something I was very passionate about.
Yeah.
So I put that together and put it out on the internet, and that's what got it started. We started selling some of them.
What was the product?
It was called the Herbal, still available, called the Herbal Medicine Making Kit, and people love it. Because I realized that a lot of people getting into something like herbs, they don't know where to start. And then they buy a book. And then they still don't feel confident. Right? They're just like, I don't trust the book. So I give them a box that has everything they need. There's no excuse. DVD, the jars, the plant bags of the herbs. It's like, you just get started, and then immediately you've made a home remedy in your kitchen. And I just skip the books and just do this.
It's funny enough. I just moved back from London to Brazil, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm start growing some herbs, and it's great that you have the kit, because it's quite difficult, and you have many questions on how to do that. It's
Exactly.
funny,
It just makes it simple. Takes all the guesswork. That's what.
And then how did you start selling? It all worked out, and how it went?
Well,
How did it go, man?
I don't know if anybody watching this has ever tried to get a website up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a website up and you put it up, and they think the world's going to be there and they're all going to get on your site and you're going to have all these orders. Well, we had a few orders in time. 6 months it took to get Google to, and this is 2005, to get the traffic coming, and then we started selling some. It was very exciting to get those first orders in. But the first 2 years kind of went by, and it was very plateau. It hit a plateau. We would sell maybe 10 a month or so, 20 a month. But for us, that extra $200, $300, $400 a month income was very helpful. So in my mind at that time, it was quite a success. Even though looking back, it seemed very little, it actually was very great to,
Yeah, and then how was the next? What was the next step? I remember you actually happened to do a game, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I have kids.
Yeah.
So my wife was out a lot of nights. Started playing a lot of board games with my son, and he loves playing those games. Still does. He's 13 now, but at the time he was a little kid, 4 or 5, something like that. Play these games with him, and and one night I said, "Wow, we should make a game about herbs."
Yeah.
Like we teach kids about herbs.
Yeah.
He loved playing Candyland. It was a game but it's about candy. It's not very healthy.
Yeah.
I said we could do better than this.
Yeah.
And then my wife loved the idea, and she's a storyteller. She's a great game person. She designed it, and we had an artist friend help, and we came out with a board game that teaches kids edible and medicinal plants. And we were so excited. We knew it would be a huge thing.
Yeah.
And we ordered 1,500 of them,
So you designed the
1,500. We
game.
designed the whole thing.
Get someone to produce the pieces, the board, this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Did
I
you,
went to a
did,
a
did you
board
have
game-
produced a board company, a board game?
Yeah, I went to a place online that makes board game companies. There are these places.
Okay.
And we hired them and submitted our artwork, all the information,
Yeah.
the instructions and everything. And they came back with a box, the board and the little pieces and the spinner,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
And then how many games did you buy?
I bought 1,500 of them.
1,500.
Well, it doesn't sound like a lot until you get them delivered to your house and you have a big truck come in with guys with those pallet lifters and a forklift and your driveway was full of pallets with board games. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to sell these?
How much, did you remember how much did it cost a piece to produce?
Yeah, well, it was about $30,000. And I might say, hey,
games.
he was on food stamps. How did he get that? Well, my wife had a small inheritance of about that exact amount of money, and our in-laws thought we were crazy buying $30,000 worth of board games.
Yeah.
And we went, and then when they got my driveway, I'm like, how am I going to sell these?
Yeah. And how did you?
How did I? That's a good story, Erica.
Yeah.
What happened
It
is
is.
I had a mailing list. From 2 years of being online, I had a mailing list, and
So you built the list.
we built a list, and I didn't even know I was building a list. It's just that I said, would you like a free tip every month, a recipe? Put your email address in. This is 2005-06. Not a lot of people talking about these things.
Yeah.
And so I just had that intuition. And luckily, I had maybe 1,000 people on it or something. Maybe 1,000. Yeah, about 1,000 people on it. This is 2 years after being in business. And that 1,000 people, I sent an email to them and I said, we have a board game. This is awesome. Check it out. And I'm thinking those 1,000 people, I'm going to sell 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
Well, a week went by. Guess how many I sold?
How many?
12.
12 games. Okay, not very good.
I
Still a way
was
to go.
mortified. I was in panic.
That's right. Yeah.
So I went online and, well, should I tell them my secret? What I did?
Yes, please.
All right, what I
Please
did.
do. We are all about revealing everything.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yes.
So I went and I Googled how to launch a product online. And a product called Product Launch Formula came up.
From Jeff Walker.
From Jeff Walker. Well, I got the product. Long story short, I went through the information very fast in a few weeks. And I put a launch together.
Yes.
I emailed the same list.
Yes.
How many do you think I sold?
How many?
All right. 650 to the same people.
To the same people.
Same list.
The same product.
The same product to the same list.
Oh my gosh.
12 to 650 using these methods. And then I went, aha, you
That
can't just put a shopping cart on the internet.
And this is so
You
great.
need strategies. You need techniques. You need to learn how to work with people.
And this is so great because a lot of questions that I get asked, right, is like, because most of my business are online, most of my products, or maybe all of my products are digital. I don't do physical products, but they keep asking, hey, Erico, I have a normal business, I have a physical product. Does this kind of online strategies that you teach work?
Absolutely, Erica. I mean, like,
So you used it.
That's all I had. I didn't have digital products then. All I had was the kit and the game. I had no digital products.
Yeah.
It was things I mailed to people out of my
That's right,
garage.
like physical things.
Yeah,
You can
the
touch,
game,
right?
the kit. It could be a book. It could be anything.
Yes, and then you figure it out. You got sorted out. You applied product launch formula in your business.
Yeah.
And Jeff Walker, and then you get the 600. What was the next step? Why did you start going digital?
Okay.
I mean, why do you? Do you still sell the game, by the way?
Yes, of course.
What is the name?
And the kit. Wildcraft, an herbal adventure game.
Nice. And
Yeah, because the
where-
word wildcraft
where
might
can people
explain.
buy it?
Learningherbs.com.
Learningherbs.com.
But wildcraft means, in English, harvesting wild plants.
Okay.
And
nice.
using them for something.
Yes.
Like
nice.
medicine or something.
Nice.
Kid gets a cut, they could learn to pick a plant in the park and put it on it, help the bleeding.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what? Why did it? Why did you shift it from apparently successful physical product business to info product business?
Well, a few reasons. One is that when you have a physical product, they are great. I mean, it's great to have a book, great to have something that's, I think. But you have to invest a lot of money in it every time you need more. Every time I need more games, I just bought another batch of 5,000 games and put another $40,000, $50,000 out. And that's a lot of money to put out every time. Imagine if I had 10 hard good products and I had to do that to capitalize. So I was at a Jeff Walker event actually, and I was telling someone about this idea for an ebook I had, because I thought ebook sounds great, people could just download it.
Yeah,
and then long story short, had an idea for a membership site where I could deliver digital content for a monthly fee.
Yeah.
I had the idea there, and basically what I did was got all that together and I launched it to the same list, and then I got a lot of people who joined paying a monthly fee. And then that way I could get more and more people, because with the membership site,
wow,
I could get 300 people, 1,000 people, 3,000 people. Same amount of work I had to do,
yeah,
but more and more money.
Yeah.
So I started with 300 members, now I have 3,000 members.
So you have 3,000
right now.
Would you mind telling how much is a membership at the moment?
$10 a month. So this is $30,000 a month my business makes no matter what, and I don't have to worry about did I sell enough of a product this month. And it's been such a relief. I've been able to hire help. I've been able to invest more in the product to make a better product that people will love.
And it's a high margin thing.
Higher margin. And then I've done more digital products.
And do you think that is... so it's a small fee, a lot of people, and what kind of, are people happy when they buy it? And
absolutely, because it's and the key, Erica, to this is creating an excellent product like you'd want. I mean, any of people watching this right now, they put their money towards something, they want something great in return. So we give this something great. I have a philosophy. I like to give people 10 times more than what they're paying for. And they are getting that. And their different markets can charge different, fees depending on what they're going to get. So my market, I'm teaching about plants.
Yeah.
It's not something you can really charge a lot of money for.
Yeah.
So what I do is I make it very affordable. That way I get more people, and more people learn. They get great value. It's excellent. And so that really grew the business. That was that next point. Started with the kit now, had the game, then we have the membership site. You see? And I'm building a lot of income streams.
From your passion, and you live
from my passion,
and
right.
How do you actually can you live whatever you want to live, or is it...
I couldn't originally. It took me a while to figure this secret out.
Yeah.
Did I tell another secret?
Yes, please. Another secret. I'm
Get
learning
help.
so much.
When you can make a certain amount of money and get going, it's very important that you start to have other people do the work that you would rather not do, so you can focus on your passions. So I have an assistant, and it's over the internet. She's in another country.
Okay.
And
what country?
Well, she's currently in Sweden.
Okay. Yeah.
She travels around. It's a great relationship. She works for me full time. She travels the world and has a great time.
Yeah.
And just works for me, and I pay her. And then she might be in France. She might be in Sweden. She can work forever too.
So cool, man.
Yeah.
And great. And there's a couple of questions. We're running out of time. I understand that. But there's a couple of questions I want to ask you still. Yeah. And if I were to take everything from you, like put you on footsteps again. No, just taking everything from you, like your relationships, who you know, your websites, your assets, and I would even take you from outside the U.S. and would put you in a different country. Like maybe Brazil. Who knows? How would you go on now, knowing what you know? How would you start from scratch? What would be?
That is a great question.
Thank you.
Something you just don't think about, because when you're in your moment, you don't think that could happen. How would I start from scratch? It wouldn't be very hard, because once you know the techniques on what to do, they're repeatable. So actually, I'd probably be way better at it and faster at it. I probably would get a list much faster, and I would get going.
So the first step would be getting a list?
We're a list, and then I would do that, of course, by creating tremendous free value for somebody. It could be I would give away a free product. I would say, I might be an ebook, it might be a video series, and I would say, hey, there's this great free information, sign up, and I would get the list. And over time, I would work with that list and give them more great free stuff. And I would establish a relationship, because this is another secret, Erica.
But some people are afraid of giving free stuff.
Why are they afraid of giving?
Because then they think they won't be able to charge. If you give everything for free,
You're not giving everything for free. You're just giving something cool for free.
Something cool for free.
Something cool for free. Something bite-sized and simple that they can do and work on in a day or two. And then as you establish your relationship, let's think of it this way. The internet's kind of new, but people can in every country, I think, are familiar with a corner market, a store where you go buy your food, right? Or maybe the cafe. The reason why you go to that store, that cafe, is not just because of the food or the coffee. You go there because of the relationships that you've built with the owner of the store, maybe the people that work there, the people behind the counter. And it's part of your culture and your community in real life. And in the virtual world, it's the same thing. You want to be that person who works in the corner store. You want to be the person who works at the farmer's market where you go buy your tomatoes. You want to be like, hey, Joe, how you doing? How you using tomatoes? Thank you. Hey, how's your kids? That's what you're doing online, you see. And then you love them so much and establish a relationship that if you come back with a really cool product that's awesome for them and they love it, they will want to help you by purchasing it. Not just because it's a great product, because they want to support you or me or all of the people watching this. That's a secret.
Wow, that's a great secret.
And that's why I could go to any country and start again, because I would do the same thing anybody watching this, if they move to another country, what's the first thing you do? You start making friends. So I just start making friends. But I do it on the internet as well. I am going to move to a new town. I mean, I'll have to start again on the internet, but I'm going to move to a new town. I'm going to have to do that, go to new coffee places, new restaurants, new schools. I'm going to have to put myself out there and make new networks. Yeah.
This is, John, thank you very much for your gratitude and for sharing your numbers, your business, and being a source of inspiration for me. You're a source of inspiration for me because you're a guy. And a lot of people say, it's easy to make money on this niches that are more easy to make money, like how to make money or how to get fit. But you've done, and you're the living proof that you can make your passion. Even if your passion doesn't look like it, you won't make money. But if you're passionate about something like herbs and believe that it can be anything.
Like
right?
for example, I started as a guy in my kitchen doing this, and now I have the most famous people who are in my market calling me to do products with me.
And I tell you what, would you be able to share what was the last product you launched?
There is a very famous herbalist in the United States called Rosemary Gladstar.
Okay.
She has a lot of books and she's done a lot of amazing things in her near 40 years experience.
And she's called famous. Rosemary.
And she's Rosemary in her name. It's her birth name. She has to leave her name. And so we worked together on a video product and put it out there. And it was my biggest launch ever.
Would you be comfortable sharing how much sales you did on this launch?
Yeah, we sold well over 3,000 units, 3,000 to 3,000 people. Okay. So we have 3,000 people now in this product, all working on it and doing videos together. And it's going great, and it's as much money as in 5 days. How much money in sales did you actually do? I mean, 3,000. Well, since it's not, I don't mind sharing it in Brazil. Some people a little. Anyway, about $200,000.
Okay, wow.
So $200,000, and you might say, oh, John has $200,000 in his bank account, but mind you, it's a business.
Yeah.
So the person that I worked with, I was able to pay her more than she ever got in books.
Of course.
I was able to have partners online that I was able to put it. We have employees. We're able to help them, and so we're able to help a lot of people. When you take your passion and take that initiative from your house, what you're into, and take it online, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You can help so many people, not just with your content, but you might provide jobs for people.
Yeah.
What a great opportunity, and it's not a scary thing to do. Once you start, it's a lot of fun.
Well, man, thank you. This is really great.
And I just want to say, Erica, that in the years that I've known you, I'm so impressed with the work you do. I just love sitting here with you because you're an inspiration to me too.
Man.
You rock, man.
Yeah, you rock, man. Thank you.